Notarized.
Oh my God. Yeah,
notarized.
We're going to have to cut it. We're going to have to start it right where it say notarized. That whole situation, I didn't even know we was buffering. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, now that we notarized. With that, welcome to another episode of Weeb Wednesday. This is the, 11th episode now?
12, something like that. I don't know how to count past 5 something.
Oof! Not working at the library. You can read, but you can't count. I can't.
Yeah, it's one or the other. You gotta choose one.
So because
I can do math, I just can't count.
That's fair. You know what? Because I can count, but I can't do math. So you know what we need to do? We need to hang out together often.
Imagine if I was here, somebody really brought the hands. How you work on computers?
It's all hands, baby. So with that, guys, I decided to bring in some more cool stuff. You guys know I always got a bunch of crap in my house to show y'all.
Oh wait.
Oh.
Let me see. Okay, we good.
I'm mad that that's gonna be a part of every episode now. Cause we definitely did it last week. We was like, wait.
Hold on, we had to make sure the mic.
And we're not gonna edit it out, so be ready for it.
Mistakes and all.
We're just dangerous like that. That's how we get down.
That's how we living.
So I brought, while I was in Japan, I spent time in Japan. I know I never stopped talking about it. If you guys ever study abroad, you'll never stop talking about it. You either regret it or you never stop talking about it. There is no middle. There's no one who's like, no, yeah, I didn't want to do that anyway. No one's doing that. So with that being said, I brought in some of my Japanese manga as compared to my regular manga. Oh, look at that. I keep forgetting about the yellow. And I got, this one is straight green. It's going to be interesting.
Give me that one.
Here. That one is straight green. All right. That's super dope. Okay, guys. So, as we play with the green screen, because this one is actually just black, but it's got yellow in it, so here we are. Yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho. So, just kind of let you guys know what the difference is with these. Is that these are first off automatically in Japanese in general. I got them at Book Off.
This one's in English.
Well, that's one of my regular ones.
Regular degular.
So you see the Shonen Jump, the difference and things like that. It would help if you would compare the actual other one that I'm.
No. Okay.
Thank you. Can you? So the cool thing is that this one actually also this has a cover. So this is actually what the Naruto looks like. As well as, it's actually really cool the differences between them. This book is actually very much smaller as well. So, comparing the two, they're actually like a little bit smaller. This one's like a little bit thinner as opposed to that one's a little bit thicker.
No, they got to make the print a little bolder for us.
So the ones I brought with me today are Naruto and my Yu Yu Hakusho ones. Just because these are the ones that I have exact ones for, like the Naruto #1 and the Japanese #1. When I was in Japan, I tried to buy ones that were very particular, like that. Like I wanted my favorite copy, so I got Naruto #1 because I own Naruto #1. But this Yu Yu Hakusho, this is the one where Hiei makes his first appearance. He is my favorite character. I started collecting Yu Yu Hakusho, and actually got this for Christmas. Here from a coworker of mine. So shout out. Shout out to Eileen, she's dope. And so they're a little bit different, but as you can see, the drawing is all still the same. It's actually really cool, and this has Jump Comics at the top, as opposed to this one has Jump Comics sort of at the bottom. And just even the back is different. The cover doesn't have anything explaining much of anything. So I just thought you guys would enjoy that. Next week we'll probably I'll show you guys some of my pictures from conventions, or we'll talk about conventions because we want to talk about cosplaying. But that'll be next week. So all your cosplay questions or something like that, put them in the comments below. Any questions you have, any experiences you want to share, as well as just talk to us.
Holla at you, boy and girl.
Yeah, we are. We want y'all to talk to us because we supposed to be friends.
We friends.
We supposed to be, at least.
Supposed to be.
So if y'all friends with us,
y'all better be.
Because if you're not, we're going to get it notarized.
You find your IP address and get it notarized.
That's what you don't want.
I don't want that.
So, in the meantime, in between times, before we get to the next episode, we're going to focus on this one. That being said, peep the cool background. Me and Slaughter decided to check out animes we wouldn't normally watch. So we recommended animes from different genres for each other to watch that we thought each other might be interested in. We did the 3-episode rule, just so that no one was stuck binging, because that's not cool. As well as, people got lives. So I don't know what he do on his weekdays off, and he don't know what I do on my weekdays off. But I figure he got time. He be watching his own anime. I don't know. So, with that being said, I watched 91 Days. And what did you indulge in?
The Jinjuri collection.
Oh, Junji Ito's collection.
Yeah, that.
That way. All right, so we gonna start with yours first, because mine is the background, so you could go first on talking about it.
Mine was a collection of small horror stories. Okay, they wasn't. It was more of a thriller to me. It takes a lot to scare me, but they was mightily interesting. You got one dude putting a curse on people. Mm-hmm.
Suichi, I think his name is.
Yeah, he always got nails in his mouth and ruining people's day. Luckily, his brother, who he spent the whole episode hating on, ended up saving.
Oh, yeah.
Because old man Jenkins was about to take him out with the axe. I was like, wow, over some trees?
It's kind of like a lesson. Actually in Japanese culture, while I think it was discussed that while Americans are, we like scaring people, like Japanese people prefer to teach people lessons with their horror. That's why we don't really have like a lot of that's why they have like Godzilla, but Godzilla's like good. Like he destroys the town, but he's like friendly to the people. Like
right.
So like that's interesting.
And then it was just a collection of horror stories. It was pretty interesting. I liked it.
You think you're gonna finish it?
Yeah, at least come close to.
Okay. All right. Is it getting you in for spooky season? Is it getting you in the mood for Halloween? Is that something you?
I mean, sure. We're not gonna talk about why I'm really here for Halloween, but
No, I get it. I peeped. But the holiday, we on the holidays. Okay, come back.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm just saying,
other things. All right. Are you gonna watch more like this?
Possibly.
So you would check out the horror genre.
Yeah. I'm a dabble, if you will, into the horror genre.
If you guys got recommendations from Mr. Slaughter, please put them in the comments below. I got some myself, so if you guys want to hear the horror recommendations as we get closer to Halloween, because it's my favorite holiday, yeah, baby, we will be talking about horror anime. I will be recommending some for you, I promise. Some of them are scary, some of them are not. It depends on what type of scary you think about. Regardless.
So how did you feel about, I sent her over to the gangster genre, you know what I'm saying? A little mob action, So how'd you feel about 91 Days?
91 Days was hitting different. Like I ended up watching it in English accidentally. And they got accents, they in the mafia.
Yeah,
so
I never watched it in dub. I ain't know they was out here. Yeah. Real Jersey with
Sorry
it, real Italiano.
Like in the beginning when they take the kid out, you're like, man, he's just a kid, what can he do? He's just a kid. I was like, this is really hitting different. But I actually really enjoyed it. I think I've only ever watched Gangsta. And since I like Delinquents, I feel like this is actually my next jump. Because clearly, Yu Yu Hakusho, Tokyo Revengers, you guys have heard me talk about these. I clearly love Delinquents like I stand Bakugo. I'm here for people breaking the rules. So don't shake your head at me. Everybody got to stand. We're gonna talk about stands too. That's what we need to talk about. It's characters that we stand. Like, fight me in the comments, Stan. And you can fight me in the comments about Baji or Bakugo. I'm here for it. I wake up every Wednesday choosing violence.
Just Wednesday?
Yeah, because it gets exhausting when you... And Mondays I'm tired. I'm kind of like Garfield. Like, I kind of... Like, I got to spend all my energy on Mondays getting through the Monday. And Tuesday is just my favorite day of the week. Don't ask me why. I'm not quite sure. You know what I'm saying? I thought it might be that, but it wasn't. And honestly, it's just, I think I just like the name and the day, and it's not the very beginning. It's like moving to the middle, you know what I'm saying? Wednesday, I wake up and choose violence. Thursday, I'm like, here come the weekend.
I'm cool with like Thursday. It's all the way to Sunday. Like, I can really do without the rest of it. I mean, Wednesday's cool because we do
Yeah,
this,
yeah, we
but
do the thing.
but
I get that.
I can really lose the rest of the week, like Mondays and
All right, okay, see.
Tuesdays is like it's still early in the week. Wednesday,
Okay.
like we almost through it. Thursday, it's like hey, it's kind of like Friday,
Okay.
and then Friday is Friday.
Oh yeah, right. Exactly.
And then,
Same thing.
and then
The
Sunday
Saturday
is
loves.
football.
I got my Saturday loves. MHA shows on Sunday,
Right.
on Saturdays, and then One Piece. I think updates Sundays. My weekends might revolve around my anime life. So what we also gonna do is just gonna do more things about One Piece too. We're gonna do a road to One Piece. I'm trying to get to 1,000 episodes. I want to watch it when it airs. And Mr. Slaughter has volunteered to help catch up with me as well, as we are both behind. He made that face, but we talked about this, I promise. So we're going to also talk about Road to One Piece. So we're going to start talking about what episode we are on. We won't spoil nothing for y'all because that ain't cool. So you guys can also hit us in the comments below. What episode are you on if you aren't caught up? Like, we've asked for a lot in these comments, but y'all ignore us, so we try to give you options.
How many of y'all actually watch anime?
Right.
You just be here to kick it. It's cool if you here to kick it.
Ain't nobody gonna stop you.
Nobody gonna stop you. You know what I'm saying?
Easy.
Put that on me.
Right. Like, I'm not gonna stop you from pulling up, but if you could also watch anime, that would be awesome.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Dabble in what we speaking on.
So I am gonna finish 91 Days.
Okay.
For sure. Like, I made it to episode 5. Like, I was ready to binge my life away, and I was like, you got work in the morning. I really was. And also, I couldn't get any other work done because it was so enticing. It's not one of those things I could, like, look up and be like, all right, back to what I was doing.
Yeah.
That wasn't happening. I had to go turn on Chicago Party On or 30 Rock. I'm old, guys. I know you don't watch 30 Rock.
I don't watch none of those.
You watch The Office?
I only watch The Office because my friends watch The Office.
That's actually, you know what? In the midst of this, before we get back to this, do you have a buffer anime? Do you have an anime that you just throw on and...
No, I need to find one. Usually, I just use YouTube.
Okay.
Or like I just, Netflix got that play something thing. Usually I do that. Or like I try to watch like, I don't know, just find the longest YouTube video I can and just let it run.
Find a buffer anime. Like
Because
one that you ever seen, already seen.
Yeah, because most of the time when I throw anime, I'm like, I gotta be like, I don't want to miss nothing.
My buffer anime is probably the same as my comfort anime. It's Yu Yu Hakusho. So do you have a comfort anime?
Like one that I don't know.
Like it can't do no wrong. Forget what anybody says, and like it's like I'm having a crap day, but this anime will make me feel better. Like how people have comfort TV shows. Mine is like The Office.
Yeah, no, my comfort is like video game.
Okay, all right. So we gotta find you a comfort anime and a buffer anime.
And then the comfort game varies. Like if I'm angry, I'm probably gonna play some GTA or a fighting game. So somebody got to feel my wrath.
That's fair, even if it's an NPC. I feel it. Do you have any favorite characters yet for Junjo Ito collection?
Not quite. It's been a couple strange ones. It was a lady with a long face that ate people. It was wild.
Ate people whole.
I ain't seen her eat nobody whole yet, but she did take a chunk out of dude's neck.
She eating them like Whoppers. You guys can kind of get the hand type of the hand. You know what? Your hands might be better for this.
Yeah, she can't hold a Whopper. She probably can, but it's just funny to say she can't.
I don't even eat Whoppers, so it really doesn't matter. It's not because I
can't
can't hold them. It's not that. I don't even. You know what? So. So first off, did you enjoy this little experiment? Did you
Yeah, it was cool. She keep trying to suggest romance anime.
Because they're good.
She keep trying to watch romance animes. And
they're good.
I'm gonna just end up sleep.
You think that, but you can find some good romance thriller. Look, all right, guys. Romance animes are good. They are really good. They're a lot of fun. The characters are nice. You can always find characters that you can relate to for real. Like in Horimiya, like the girl is not that girly, but the guy is also not that shy and nerdy. He just he dresses the way he does because he's got tattoos and piercings and stuff like that. Now later we find out that sometimes some of that has to do with self-harm, but that's beside the point. He's still, they're both still very different than what you would think.
I
Or
guess,
like,
you know what? The closest I got to a romantic anime, I would say, is probably Twin Star Exorcist.
I love that anime. It's
That's
so
probably the
cute.
closest.
You guys can watch that on Crunchyroll as well. These kids pretty much find out they are betrothed to each other, but they're also exorcists, so people get down and people fight. And it turns out that if they get married and whatever child they'll conceive in the future will be the strongest possible exorcist, I believe. I actually have that manga.
Yeah, I think they're supposed to have a kid to win the ongoing war between I forgot what they were called.
Right. But they're
The
12,
bad guys.
so they just are
Yeah.
just budding. It's a budding relationship, puppy love type deal. I keep forgetting they can't see my other hand. There we go. Yeah, okay. Look, you gonna like them. Like Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun is cute because she confesses to him, and he's actually a manga artist. So when she says, "I'm your biggest fan," like trying to confess, he thinks that she wants to help him with his manga, and she ends up like kind of chilling. Or Kiss Him Not Me. That's a really cute one about. We're not gonna talk about that one. I just thought about the premise in my head, and I was like, maybe not. Either way, she does end up with one of the guys. It's great. It's cute. It's adorable. But you guys can also check that out on Crunchyroll, Funimation. You can check out Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun on Netflix and Crunchyroll for sure. And then what was the other one? Horimiya. You can check that out on Funimation and Hulu. Junjo Ito
She wanted to say
collection.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
I do so bad. If you guys want to check out the anime that Mrs. Slaughter watched, he watched it on Crunchyroll, as well as the anime I watched. 91 Days is available on Hulu, HBO Max, Crunchyroll, and both subbed and dubbed forms for my dub watchers. What's the next genre you think you want to check out?
You know, I was thinking about Slice of Life. What was that? Where the mob boss is now a house husband one.
Yes, the life of a house husband. You know what? I watched that. I binged it, and I was really upset when I finished it. And it's getting a season 2.
Nice.
So Slice of Life is for you. It's actually really funny because he doesn't really mess up his job. He does his job very well. It's just the other people around him. Like he was a Yakuza boss, and he's like prepared. Like he goes to like yoga and stuff. Like it's really cool. It's just him in that suit. He's got that tattoo on his back and everything. His wife works and he's a house husband. It's adorable. I think my next genre, I think I'm gonna try isekai, like fantasy. Like the only fantasy I really messed with was fairy tale. So I think I'm gonna try to get to one of those. I was watching No Game No Life, but
What the Goblin Slayer?
okay. All right.
I'm telling you, it's better than what everybody gives it credit for. And everybody didn't like it because it was like, oh, it's one of those video game ones. But they don't treat it like a video game. It's like normal life for them. Like, I mean, it has video game like a guild and all that stuff, but they don't. Nobody's talking about HP points or nothing like that.
No, they're just stuck. They're all stuck for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, but they're not treating it as if they're in the video game. Like, it's just got video game vibes type deal.
All right. I'm gonna check out Goblin Slayer. Okay. But in turn,
man, the beast.
So we'll hit you back next week with our opinions on those. So that means you're gonna hit up the house husband one.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna get to minimum. The minimum is 3 episodes, guys. It always is. If you guys want to watch along with us, let us know. If you guys got any recommendations for us in Slice of Life that you think Mr. Slaughter will like, or fantasy that you think I might like, hit us in the comments below. Not the sleepy. Hit us in the comments below, guys. Like I said, we ask a lot of y'all.
And y'all don't say nothing. You're disrespectful.
Yeah,
insubordinate and churlish.
Yeah, y'all kind of leave us hanging in the comments below. I thought we was friends. Like, wow. But since we was just talking about Crunchyroll, you guys know, as of last week, fall has begun, which means fall anime. You know what I'm saying? New season, you know what I'm saying? So we can say goodbye to My Hero Academia. I think it's a straight summer anime. Also, if you were probably already watching this, you know that Tokyo Revengers already had its last episode of the season. Yeah, the season finale is straight fire. I think you would appreciate it. So if you guys haven't seen that, you guys know the summer anime has come to an end. For new watchers, people who just started watching anime does go in seasons like in certain seasons come out during a certain season of the year. So Jujutsu Kaisen was what, fall winter type deal, and then Attack on Titan is a fall winter type deal. So we
Black
get
Clover was all seasons, but
yeah, and then you have continuing simulcast, which will be One Piece, which was what Black Clover was, I believe. Fairy Tail as well. Boruto is like all year round type deal, like Naruto was. So if you guys are if your anime just kind of drops off the face of the earth, or you're like, there's still more content, well, that's what the reason being. We believe Tokyo Revengers should get a second season just because of all the hype it had.
Oh yeah,
it doesn't make sense.
The world will burn.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense for it not to have a second season, especially when you see what's coming up next. We got Christmas and stuff. So with that, we'll share the fall lineup. So this is from Crunchyroll's official site, their Instagram. So you guys can see these lineups at any point. If you don't have Crunchyroll, you can always get it. It's free with ads, things
watch
like
commercials.
that. And then they update it too. So currently, all these air times are to be determined.
I think you have to wait a couple days,
yes,
or a week or so to watch the newest episode.
Yes, for brand new, you gotta wait a week after the premium watchers. But anything could change with this Sony Funimation Crunchyroll buyout. There's no new news on that just yet. As we find out, we'll let y'all know.
From what I've heard, they're supposed to be making like a whole new platform.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, if they can condense and pull, because Funimation has Funimation exclusives, just like Crunchyroll has Crunchyroll exclusives. So the first one is called Sakugan. This is going to be about, father and daughter team up to pilot their own powerful mech. So if you guys are looking for mech stuff, this is the one for you. These are all, like I said, TBD. So we don't really know when they'll drop. And then Crunchyroll updates, so we'll be able to give you guys official dates later. 86 is getting a season 2. So if you guys were watching 86, congratulations. If you haven't been, go watch it. It's good. It doesn't have a manga. It comes off of a light novel series. So you guys really need to kind of hit that up. Platinum Inn, which we've been hyping up these last couple episodes because we're excited for it, will be on Crunchyroll. And we're lit for it. This is going to be a Crunchyroll original, a High Guardian Spice. And these are about these 4 fierce girls join a High Guardian Academy to become heroes and protect the world from unknown threats. So Magic Girl anime. So any Sailor Moon fans, any Puella Madoka Magica fans, hit it up. Tact OP Destiny, we have been talking about that. And Studio Mappa and Madhouse are doing it. So that animation is going to be top tier quality.
Chef's kiss.
So this is the one that's based off of a game. Magic users named Conductors team up with magical girls to use classical music and defeat monsters and invading Earth. So it sort of sounds like Black Bullet. I don't know if you ever watched that, but it actually does involve a guy and special and girl team up when little girls more, but they're machines.
Oh.
So it's interesting like that. World's End Harem. If you guys are into harems, then that's all for you. There's not much about this one, probably because it's a harem, and they rarely have plots from what I've seen. I like reverse harems, so I really can't talk. But I like Oran High School Host Club and kiss him, not me type deal. That's just moving on. The Fruit of Evolution. Before I knew it, my life had it made.
That's a long title.
I know, we're back to the long titles. So after eating the fruits of evolution, one high school student and a gorilla's life will change forever, and it looks as though the gorilla turns into a very beautiful woman. I don't know what's going on there, but I digress. The world's finest assassin gets reincarnated in another world as an aristocrat. So this actually might be one of the ones that, an isekai that I have no problem watching. An isekai, I think that's what I think is up my alley. Restaurant to Another World 2. So if you guys I've never watched Restaurant to Another World. So I might check that out just to see what's going on. But regardless, that's what Crunchyroll's got on tap coming up. Like I said, all those dates are to be determined. There could be more, there could be less. I do not know. Don't hold us to it.
This rain, it's really taking a toll on the old champ.
It is it's wet outside. It's wet, and I would like to sleep. Very much so. I agree with that. Next, what we got? I got some more anime. Got some more anime unpopular opinions.
Okay, what we got? What we got?
So someone said, in general, these are all off the internet, guys. These are not our opinions. We're just commenting on these opinions. And the anime fan base is toxic.
I mean, almost any fan base is toxic.
I
I've yet to encounter a non-toxic fan base. Name me one fan base that's not toxic.
I don't think they should generalize all of us though, because I feel like in our fan base are sub fan bases. Like people have issue with like I think the Attack on Titan fan base comes off a little more toxic than others over death threats being sent to the author and voice actors and stuff like that.
Right, right.
I think everyone can take it too far. I don't think you can call one fan base.
There isn't a fan base on this planet that don't involve toxicity.
That's just humans in general. I think it's impossible to have a wholesome group of people. That being said, there are anime. The problem is that the big fandoms have the most toxic people because they're big fandoms as opposed to the little ones. Like the people I meet in the fandom for like the romance ones, like Horimiya and stuff like that, we're not doing that. You know what I mean? But I think that's the problem with that. Someone's opinion said that someone's opinion was that Dragon Ball Z lost its that Dragon Ball kind of lost its good part of it years ago. Now it's kind of like the idea that it's just a cash cow now.
I mean, I can see that because they haven't really changed up the formula. It's everybody fights, everybody loses, but then Goku comes back and wins.
Well, does Akira Toriyama write Super, or is that someone else?
I believe it's still Akira Toriyama.
Okay.
So I will say the big turn, and why a lot of people got upset with Dragon Ball, outside of the group that raised I don't know, was very toxic about it. It was the Cell games. After the Cell games, a lot of people stopped watching Dragon Ball because they dimmed down Gohan's role, just because a lot of fans didn't want it to be the end of Goku. So now we're stuck in this loop of everybody's kind of stagnant outside of maybe Vegeta, but once again, Vegeta can never be strong enough because everybody wants Goku to win. So the the fall of DBZ is pretty much on the shoulders of his fans. They no one wanted to let go of Goku, while the rest of the world was ready to move on because it's like we want to see somebody else besides Goku, and everybody was on the Gohan train, and then
I
Gohan
was
got nerfed, and
hard, nerfed hard.
now he's pretty much at the same level he was
I kind of just want
in the Cell
Goten.
games.
I think I just want Goten to grow up too. I want to see Trunks and Goten as preteens.
Yeah,
That's the
and I
thing I'm
think
sick
they
of.
stagnate them because it's like it's hard to make them grow up and they still be weaker than
Yeah,
Goku.
yeah. I think the other issue too is that people fall in love with these characters, so they don't get to move. They're not real life people, so I think that's the biggest part. That's something that I can always applaud certain cartoons with is when I see something a little bit different and I see them aging and kind of doing the things that they do, sort
Yeah,
of. Because even in One Piece, they aged. You know, when they start One Piece, Luffy is like 17, Zoro's like 18, 19 type deal. Like they're all in their late teens, but now after the time skip, they're all like in their 20s. Other than Robin. Robin's like 35 at the beginning. And then it's just like in her she's like 29 or something and moves up to her
right.
30s. But I think the problem is that um we're looking at it from a nostalgia point of view as well as they're just stagnant. It's kind of like how we start all kind of we watch Pokemon but we don't watch Pokemon. You know what I
Right.
mean? We're here for
Yeah.
the new Pokemon, but Ash isn't really the character I'm following. I'm kind of here for everyone else. I was here for Misty and Brock just like I was here for May and Brock again, and stuff like that. And so I think that's the problem. I mean, you're right. At the end of the day, that's what happens to
Yeah.
Goku. Is always saves the day,
Yeah, it's
or
kind of like the ending. It's like they're gonna get into a fight. Goku's gonna fight first, lose. Vegeta's gonna fight first, lose. Goku's gonna come back, probably win it, or they're gonna fight together. They need to fight together to win. It's like,
The power of friendship.
yeah, nobody can be. It's that nobody can surpass Goku thing, where it's like we seen people surpass, Luffy to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, they always catch up with each other.
yeah, they always catch up with each other. While as the only person catching up with Goku is Vegeta, and he's still like a step behind.
Yeah, I think the introduction of hockey to One Piece is also what brought everything
Yeah.
kind of round circle. I mean,
So, and I mean, they did try to switch it up by giving them new evolutions and stuff like that. But
I think this
at the end of the day, we all know, like Luffy has lost a few battles. Like
yeah,
Goku, he don't lose. Like he might lose a round. Like Luffy has lost fights. Like
yeah, no, honestly, he never beat Big Mom. So
yeah, like he never
if you're in
beat.
whole cake, sorry,
Right.
but he never beat Big Mom. He said we got to get out of here.
Yeah,
Like that's what it was.
right.
And I think that that's the thing that we miss about our anime characters is that we are so used to having OP people. I mean that now we have those OP people to the point where they're just a hilarious joke because they're like, I'm OP, but I don't want to be OP.
Right.
But we still have those characters that are growing, and it was honestly quite refreshing in One Piece to see, like the fact that Luffy broke the picture and he thought he had it right, and then he was like, might have bit off a little more than I could chew.
He was getting drugged in Whole Cake Island. He was getting whooped on.
Especially after beating Katakuri, that fight took enough time. I mean, in both of them, that was a stalemate. That wasn't even a full on. I beat him. He was kind of like, you know what? You got me this far. You might as well go on through.
Right.
And I think that's the other thing too. I think the thing is that, I really wish we would have just defeated Majin Buu. Right. I hate that he became a character.
I think the only person Goku did beat was Beerus.
Yeah.
I think that was it.
But then Beerus was just like,
I
think that's what I hate. I hate that because they become friends. Like, I'm mad that Majin Buu is a character. Who is that for? Who in the world was going, yeah, Majin Buu, keep him around? Well,
because,
only
Majin Buu wasn't necessarily, like, evil.
No, but he's
Bibbidi
an annoying...
made him evil.
He's an annoying character that opens people up. He's a plot device. He doesn't really bring anything to the story. He's just able to be used for stupid things, like fighting Beerus over the freaking pudding. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only reason that conflict
And then
started.
also, it's a deeper role because he's tied to Oob, which is the reincarnation version of him.
I know, but I want Oob to come back. Like,
well, Oob never came here. Like, I mean, you see glimpses. Like, there's in the later iterations of Super, because I've read ahead because I'm in the manga. Like, you will see Majin Buu play a role, and then Oob play a role, but it's only Oob is still a child. That's why he hasn't been fully integrated in. He hasn't grown up yet.
He's never gonna grow up. If we
he might, because we got a time skip coming with the movie because now Pan's a little older.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. So.
All right. Well, hurry up. I'm trying to see Goten in action. I'm trying to see Trunks in this world in action. We already know what future Trunks can do. I want to see present Vegeta still around Trunks.
But see, then the thing is, it's like, how do you? Only thing I feel like that whole future Trunks thing kind of like, what I'm gonna say, like stagnates Trunks, because now how do you?
Well, he's gonna.
How do you? Because remember, future Trunks isn't necessarily that strong in a transformation area, so it's like, what do you do with this one? Are you gonna just kind of make him stronger than future Trunks, or like how do you? You know what I'm saying? Because future Trunks lost everybody. So what do you do with present Trunks?
Well, I think that's the thing is that if present Trunks, if your dad can remember that future Trunks, you're right, lost everybody, and he lost everyone at like early on. Like he didn't even
in the android.
He didn't even know Vegeta. Like so, let's just start with that. He did not know Vegeta. Gohan was completely different, and when he met Gohan, by the time he met Gohan had like.
Yeah, Gohan, he was one arm.
I actually watched that movie. I actually watched the Trunks movie. I actually very much enjoyed that. Also, he had a sword. Yeah. This Trunks.
So I'm kind of interested to see what are they going to do with this Trunks. Because, like I said, future Trunks, he was
He was gassed for a minute.
He was alright, but he wasn't.
No, after the hyperbolic chamber, he was stronger than Vegeta at that point, and they both knew that. But he decided not to, like, hurt his dad's pride. And then after that, it all went downhill from there.
Yeah. So like, I'd say all this, besides maybe Gohan, he's probably one of the weaker Saiyan.
Okay.
Like, I mean, I believe. Actually, no, it probably goes Goku, Vegeta, Trunks, Gohan, and then the little kids.
All right.
Goten and Trunks.
All right. So, okay.
So I'm interested to see, like, how do you, and that I think they kind of shot themselves in the foot with that one.
Absolutely.
Because it's like, what do we do with this Trunks? Like, how strong do we limit him, or do we?
This Trunks is cockier.
Yeah.
Like, for sure. And I think that's the part that, once again, we're missing. That other Trunks lost everything. But let's see what happens if Trunks is able to fully be great.
Right.
And actually because remember, Goten does not exist in future Trunks' world.
Yeah, which is weird.
Because
it's probably
Goku died
right
before.
Yeah,
that's
but
why.
Then, I don't know. But then after the Android series, then I feel like Goten should have been somewhere because Goku.
No. See, Akira Toriyama explained this. When he went back to his world, he didn't fix anything. He just he made an alternate timeline. Okay. Like in Flashpoint. Yeah, like if you ever watched the Flashpoint Paradox.
Yeah. So he just made an alternate timeline and never fixed anything.
Trunks going back in time did nothing. That's why I remember he came back.
Right,
and he was
Goku
like
Black was there.
He was like, nothing actually was fixed. My androids are still. He was able to defeat his own androids, but nothing was fixed. That's why Goten still hasn't appeared. That's why May is still there. That's why, because Bulma in his world is dead already.
Right, Bulma and Vegeta is dead. Like everybody there is dead for the most part.
Yeah, so that's what he did. That's why I'm very excited for this new Trunks and this Goten, because they actually have no bounds. This actually could be, and Vegeta's also, I mean, a little more tired than Goku is what I'm gonna say. Like, Vegeta kind of also wants to enjoy his life.
Yeah.
Also, that doesn't help either that the Saiyans live longer due to
Yeah, they age very slowly, and I think they look the same age.
Just like
I think they get to a point where they kind of stop aging or something weird like that.
Yeah, just like I think they either have to be killed or it takes a very long time to die. Like their lifespans have to be shortened by someone. Because even Vegeta has said too that their hair, whatever their hair they're born with, is the hair that they will keep in the same length. Yeah. And everything, like Goku and Vegeta's,
I think it only grows through transformations and stuff like that.
Right, and even then, and I think that was something that he had mentioned too, which is why Trunks' hair grows. But I don't know about Goten.
Goten hair hasn't grown. He got the Goku cut, and he's always had the Goku cut.
But Gohan's hair grew, so
then he cut it, and now it's been the same.
I don't know what I think he keeps it cut.
Like, because he had the bowl cut, and then he had that one cut during the Celtics games, and then it's been the same. Yeah. Cut since
it's grown a little bit. Remember, when he was in college, he had a shorter cut, he didn't. So his hair is fathomable as well. So I think that's interesting. That was a big unpopular. But yeah, we got two more unpopular ones. I'm not going to pick up I'm not going to use the one that takes up the most amount of time. That one is arguing that a good chunk of anime is not good. So
but that's easy to say because there's so much anime. So of course.
Oh yeah, I'm guessing the opinion. I don't know this person. I'm guessing their opinion is hitting on the fact that the big three are good. Whatever big three we designate, you know what I mean. And we'll get into the big three. Just a short thing, if you guys don't know what the big three is, it's normally the animes, the top selling ones that everyone's sort of into. When we was coming up, it was Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach. The current big ones.
Dragon Ball Z was in there.
Yeah, actually, trade out. One Piece?
Yeah, One Piece just now becoming one of the bigger ones, but
it's like a mid-tier big one.
But it was Naruto, Bleach, and Dragon Ball Z.
So with the ending of those comes a new day, and the new generation, as we would call it, would be MHA.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yep. I think Attack on Titan kind of jumps up there, so we can hit on those top selling because right now I think Tokyo Revengers is up there with One Piece and MHA.
Kind of now it's kind of like ever changing now, like,
right. There's definitely no heavy standing. Everyone's big three is different.
Yeah, because one's always replacing another, so it's not as like it's not monopolized how it was when we were coming up.
Absolutely. So with that, we've hit our mark. With that, we're gonna wrap up Weeb Wednesday for this week. Next week, we're gonna be kind of hitting on. I told you guys about maybe cosplay. These things are ever changing, so don't hold us to them. We got some more anime and popular opinions. Like I said, we got that one. That one we just kind of touched on a little bit. That one definitely needs to be talked more in depth. And then just sort of Western stuff that looks like Japanese stuff. You know, we got a lot. I know you guys ain't watching cartoons because you're watching anime. So, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't influence us.
Yeah, we're talking about, what is it, the American cartoons that got mistaken for anime. Or that could be mistaken for anime.
As well as which ones you should be looking forward to if you ever want to get into that world. We got a whole list of them here. And then whatever other one. And then whatever other Crunchyroll or Funimation, whatever else drop. You know, we keep trying to hit y'all up with the anime news as early as we can. We regular people. We don't have no press releases or nothing like that. They don't. We ain't sponsored or nothing clearly. But Crunchyroll, like, y'all need us.
Holla at your boy. All right.
Yeah.
See y'all next week. Well, see real. Us next week. I keep doing that.
Yeah. Well, we'll see them over your Saturday loves. Tell us in the comments.
Goodbye.